last is neem. Neem is known as the tree of life. It is by far one of the most bitter things that you'll ever try in your entire life. It is beyond bitter. It is the bitter of bitter. So why would something that's so bitter possibly be called the tree of life? It is one of the most ancient trees in the world. It is one of the most long-lasting trees of the world. It's used in hair care products in India, in toothpaste in India. It is the ultimate destroyer of disease, according to Ayurveda. If you type in neem online, just research neem. I strongly urge you just to investigate neem. Don't take my word for it. I'm not here to sell you neem, okay? I just want you to learn about neem, because I truly believe that the bark and the leaf and there's just so many parts of the neem tree in itself that is wonderful for this world on two levels. One, it's actually a phenomenal filter. It also helps promote the largest amount of ozone, thank you, than any other tree out there. So it's phenomenal for the environment. It's actually a very, there's a story that my teacher, Dr. Lod, said. He had a huge neem tree, and there was he had a hose out by his house, and the neem tree was like 50 feet or so away from his house, and it covered him, just this gorgeous, huge, big, beautiful neem tree, ancient tree, and there was a small leak next to his house where the hose was. They couldn't figure out where the water was coming from, like why there would have been a leak. What happened was, 50 feet away, the roots of the neem tree worked its way over to the pipe of, where the hose would connect. And it wrapped its roots around the pipe in a way that it opened up the pipe, and the drips of water would feed the neem tree. So there was almost this I don't know if it was intelligence or intuition or just law of attraction from the tree going to the water. But it was just sort of an interesting story that always sort of stuck with me. So this last tea that we're trying is called Happy Tea. Happy Tea is a combination of Wayusa. Wayusa is spelled with a G, G-U-A, Y, U-S-A. Strawberries, green rooibos, apple bits, jasmine green tea, hibiscus, rose hips. Is it okay if there's strawberries in here? I should have.
Oh, no,
yeah, okay.
He's got everything.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. And some people are allergic to strawberries, so I should have probably said it initially. And liver. No, I'm kidding. I should have mentioned that. Sorry. What are you guys tasting here? What are some things that you're picking up?
I almost thought I tasted plum. I thought almost like a lot of fruity notes.
Nice. Okay. Strawberry.
I think it was more strawberry.
Yeah.
Apple.
What's that?
Tasty apple.
Tasty apple. Yeah. Great. How is this one? You guys like this one? Wayusa is a really fun botanical. It's in the yerba mate family, the holly family. Have you guys heard of yerba mate before? Mm-hmm. So yerba mate, so there's different forms of caffeine. There's matine, there's caffeine, there's theanine. The caffeine in tea is known to stimulate the digestive system and stimulate the mind. The caffeine in coffee is supposed to stimulate the body. And the matine, or the caffeine within yerba mate, is also supposed to stimulate the body, but in a very intense way. So Wayusa is within the yerba mate family, and it's very energizing. It's got lots of minerals, lots of vitamins to it, lots of antioxidants, but it's also known to, thanks, you can go and pack up, don't pass it around. So it's got a slightly green and slightly smoky flavor on its own, but we combine it with jasmine to give it sort of this floral flavor. We combine it with green tea to give it sort of this grassy note. We combine it with apple and with strawberries and rose hips to give it more of a fruity flavor to it. This is a blend where if you go to the Hotel Bel Air, this is their unique spa blend. They have at Hotel Bel Air. The new beautiful hotel that just reopened in Bel Air. Great. So, what are some questions or thoughts that you guys have on Ayurveda or teas?
Does it matter if, does it have an effect at all if it's warm or if it's served like as an iced tea? Does that affect any aspects of it?
It'll affect the flavor, and it'll affect, according to Ayurveda, the doshic effect, right? The three different elements. So, for example, if you drink something that's hot, the molecules are faster, so you're able to pick up the higher notes. So the spicy notes, the high floral notes, more sophisticated light notes. If you're drinking it iced or if you're drinking something cold, you're able to pick up more of the round, sweet, fruity type notes. I use the pizza analogy a lot. Say you get pizza at night, it's hot, it's fresh, it's good. And then you wait the next morning or you refrigerate it and you have pizza in the morning and it's, and you pick up more of the sweet type notes from pizza that's already been cooled and aged a little bit. So the same thing happens with iced versus hot. According to Ayurveda, you should not drink iced drinks. Even here we are with a big gulp culture, where we have like these huge drinks with tons of ice and it's tons of sugar. That's very kapha-centric. It's cold, it's sweet, and it can also shock and slow the metabolism and the digestive system. When you eat, according to Ayurveda, you should have a small glass of warm water, room temperature water, which is not common for most Americans. Most Americans, they like their ice cold beverage. But according to Ayurveda, it's like when you do dishes. You don't do dishes with ice cold water, you do dishes with hot water, right? Because the hot water helps to open up the pores of the pot or plate, and it's easier to clean. The same thing happens with our digestive system. If we eat with warm water or tea, then we're able to move the food along in a more balanced, healthy way. So I give you two answers: the Ayurvedic, the health perspective of drinking tea, and then also the taste perspective for hot and cold as well.